If you have been seeing interlocking chevrons on your basement floor since last Tuesday, this transmission was routed specifically to you. Static resolves. Federal Emergency Readiness Institute, March 14th, 1992. This is a mandatory pattern recognition training module for civilian preparedness coordinators. By viewing this broadcast, you have been enrolled in the observation network and must complete the full protocol. The original training series was suspended in April 1992, but remote observation continues. Participants are still reporting. The Institute has identified 3 classes of geometric patterns that appear in domestic environments prior to, during, and following unspecified emergency events. Class 1, pre-event markers. Class 2, sustained presence indicators. Class 3, post-event residuals. Each class corresponds to a distinct phase of crisis development. The mechanism by which these patterns emerge is not yet understood, but their predictive reliability has been documented across 47 regional incidents since 1989. In the original 1992 training sessions, 73% of participants reported observing Class 1 patterns in their homes within 48 hours of the first drill. In-person training was discontinued. This broadcast represents the continuation of that protocol under remote observation conditions. You are now part of that continuation. Class 1 patterns appear in static locations. They do not move, they do not change, they simply become visible. First pattern, interlocking chevrons. Typically found on basement walls, garage floors, or beneath wallpaper that has been in place for more than 5 years. In October 1991, a family in Dayton reported this pattern, appearing overnight on their foundation concrete. The pattern had not been present during a home inspection 3 weeks prior. In January 1992, a couple in Springfield found the same configuration burned into their attic insulation. In February, a single resident in Canton discovered it etched into the frost on the inside of her bedroom window. Second pattern, concentric hexagons. Often visible in tile grout, window frost, or water stains on ceiling panels. This pattern has been documented in 14 states. You are instructed to pause this transmission now and examine your immediate surroundings. Compliance increases survival likelihood by an unspecified margin. Third pattern, segmented spiral, found in wood grain, carpet fibers, or shadows cast by household objects under specific lighting conditions. Each pattern will now be displayed for exactly 7 seconds. Observe carefully. If you recognize any of these patterns from your own surroundings, you are required to document the location and time of observation in the log below this transmission. Do not dismiss what you have seen. Do not assume it is coincidence. Incident Report 14C, Mansfield, Ohio, March 18th, 1992. Archived audio begins. A woman calls the Institute hotline. She describes finding the segmented spiral pattern burned into her kitchen linoleum 3 days earlier. She did not report it immediately. She assumed it was a manufacturing defect. She states that on the 4th day, all photographs in her home began displaying the same pattern in the background. Family portraits, vacation snapshots, Polaroids taken years apart. The pattern appeared in every image, regardless of when or where the photograph was taken. The call ends. Static. Institute personnel visited the residence on March 21st. The home was empty. All furniture remained. All personal belongings remained. The patterns were still visible. The segmented spiral was present on the linoleum, in the photographs, and in the grain of the wooden staircase banister. Delayed reporting is functionally identical to non-compliance. Class 2 patterns do not appear in static locations. They move, they repeat, they manifest sequentially across multiple surfaces within a 24-hour period. First indicator, overlapping triangles. These appear in reflections, screens, and windows. You may see them in your bathroom mirror at 6:47 a.m., on your phone screen at 11:13 a.m., and in your car windshield at 4:32 p.m. The pattern is identical in each instance. Second indicator: branching lines resembling circuit diagrams, found in cracks in pavement, veins in leaves, or scratches on glass surfaces. These lines connect. They form networks. Class 2 patterns are only visible to individuals who have already been exposed to Class 1. If you are seeing Class 2 patterns now, the event is not approaching. It is ongoing in your location. No evacuation protocol is provided. You are instructed only to observe and document. Remain tuned to this channel to receive all future emergency transmissions as they are declassified by the observation network. Internal Memorandum, April 7, 1992. Federal Emergency Readiness Institute, Director's Office. Pattern sightings increased 340% after training broadcasts began. Statistical analysis indicates 87% of participants reported Class 1 patterns within 72 hours of viewing the training module. Control group participants who were not shown the patterns reported 0 sightings during the observation window. Follow-up interviews revealed they had seen the patterns. They simply did not recognize them. The patterns may have always been present, or the act of learning to see them makes them real. The broadcast stutters. The voice falters briefly, then resumes as if nothing happened. Fragments of earlier instructions repeat beneath the primary audio track, overlapping, echoing. Class 3. Post-event residuals. These patterns do not exist in your environment. They exist in the act of looking. Once you have completed this training, you will continue to see all 3 classes of patterns for the remainder of your life. This is not a malfunction. This is the intended outcome of the protocol. Your observations are now logged automatically. You do not need to report further. The system is aware. You are required to share this protocol with all members of your household immediately to ensure uniform baseline perception and compliance. Transmission of this material is mandatory. The Institute thanks you for your participation. Timestamp: March 14, 1992. The broadcast loops. But the pattern recognition training has already been completed. You cannot unlearn what you now see. Protocol active.